no need for apologies. Actually, it's been an incredible and huge pleasure. And I must say that maybe jealousy is not part of the non-violence requirements, and but we wish to be as efficient as you, because we are so pleased to see that the great success you are having, and we are very proud to having contributed in our modest way. And I think that while I was listening to all the spanning contributions that the speakers gave, and during the viewing of the third harmony, I could not but think about the myth of the so-called Golden Age, an expression that we found first in the works of the Greek poet Hesiod. The reflection upon the Golden Age is found in numerous mythologies of the Mesopotamian region, in the classical tradition, both Roman and Greek. I took some notes while I was listening. In the medieval tradition, and of course in the Judeo-Christian, one where the Golden Age is represented by the Garden of Eden. And in all these traditions, the Golden Age is characterized in a similar way, an era marked by absence of violence and suffering. During the Golden Age, in fact, first there were neither disease nor death in general, and when that was contemplated, as in Hesiod's work, it was a natural consequence of life, bringing no suffering with it, coming gently during the night. How much in these times of pandemic we would wish to come to such an idyllic time, while many of our brothers and sisters must face the difficulties and the sufferings of the pandemic. Secondly, during the Golden Age, the land produced the fruit spontaneously, and there was no need to work to survive, as everything human being necessitated was given freely. There was indeed no need of private property, and the goods of the earth and of creation were shared in a way that today we would call collectivist. There was between human being and the creation harmony and no hostilities, nor were there hostilities between human beings. I will not enter into these details because I'm not neither an historian nor a philologist, a philosopher or a theologian, but what strikes me is as an expert of political science and security is again that what the characteristics, the might of the Golden Age, and thus our vision of the ideal world is the absence of violence. But even more importantly, a violent act is always what marks the passage from Golden Age to the following, the age that we know and we live. The harmonic relationship with creation is broken, bringing disease and devastation, destroying beauty, and creating the necessity to work for survival. The Roman poet Virgil focuses with a particular attention on the last dimension, the breaking of the relationship with nature, in a time when, while Rome is dominating the world, a deeper reflection of the problems related to urbanization developed. The urbanized world represented corruption more and more, just opposed with the bucolic example of the not urbanized. At the same time, even the countryside, the land did not give its fruit spontaneously, as it used to do, and nature came to be perceived as an enemy, a land to exploit and conquer, down its very entrails, to extract metal and gold. Even sailing the seas with commercial or war vessels is considered by the poet as an act of invasion and possession. It seems a true anticipation of Laudato Si and integral ecology that Father Joseph so magnificently explained to us now. Of course, one could say that seas are simply mythological narratives with no explanatory value. And yet there is something in this myth and tradition that resonates in each of us, as we have learned. And I would like to also present, as we have what I've learned today, that this is not theoretical, it's so powerful today, the reflection on nonviolence and the option of nonviolence. The deep conviction that the violence is a perversion of our human nature. Violence always has negative broader consequence. This is what I've learned. Through a self-perpetuating cycle, it is systematically entrenches itself and negatively impacts relationships and dynamics. The might of the Golden Age reminds us in that way that violence can never be a solution to build peace. Even though that can never bring back to the Golden Age, the concept still has a symbolic, strong and inspiring value. It reminds us that if we want to build peace, we have to remember the intrinsic dignity of every human being, the common destination of the goods of the earth produce, and the live in respect of all creation in a spirit of non-violence, which, as Michael Nagler reminded us previously, is more than ever needed now. Father Emmanuel, let's say, tension between theory and practice, or ideally world and real world, resonate also me when I was listening Father Emmanuel Katangol, no, and the many Uganda history, when people kept asking to Angelinas, but are you from this planet? No, there is this tension between, and I think that non-violence, as you all have illustrated today, is a real and true and valid option, the only one maybe that we have. And to close, experience violence is self-reliantly maybe inevitable for human nature. Resisting, contrasting, challenging, and transforming it into personal and common good can mean rediscovering the inner values of love, faith, and hope. It entails also building meaningful human relationships where a person can count on the loyalty of the other, since we are relational by nature. As a cell dies if extracted from the human body, so the person perishes if extracted from the social body. We are together in this journey, as Pope Francis recalls in the last encyclical, especially, Fratelli Tutti, and we are the same colors of tears, as it is been said in the movie, in the film. And this is the most important sentence that I've heard from that it remains to me from the movie. And always in the film, we have heard once again Mahatma Gandhi's beautiful invitation to be non-violent activist. Anyone can be as he was, and this had been said again in the movie. Finally, in the political terms that I'm called to explore through my service to the Holy See, this results in the urgent need for a globalization of solidarity and for a greater investment in human security and new models of global cooperation, which, as reminded by Dr. Bernice, starts in our beloved communities, and through the weapons of love and harmony we are called to build in our daily life. Trust, as we heard from Monsignor Dufay, is key in this process, and I'm very grateful also to our friend Enzo, who explained their effort in the FIO to build up a new multilateralism. I hope that this retreat, this personal reflection I humbly share with you, has brought light not only to the value of nonviolence, but has also awoken in each of you the power of act for a more peaceful world. And please remember that on this path, Pope Francis, the Church, and the Vatican COVID Commission will always support you. Thank you so much.